Hi! 2025 has given us a wide variety of games for co-op fans. From chaotic shooters to meditative simulators, from adventures in parallel worlds to races at the speed of sound, developers clearly focused on experiences where emotions multiply with 2, 3, or even 4 players. In this video, I'll tell you about the best co-op projects of 2025. LEGO Voyagers. This is a perfect co-op game for 2 players, combining light platforming, puzzles, and the magic of LEGO building. Instead of traditional dialogues, the story unfolds through atmospheric brick worlds, music, and the interaction between players. 2 travelers repair a spaceship and discover amazing planets, solving challenges literally piece by piece. What's especially nice is the Friends Pass. You buy the game once and invite your friend for free. If you're looking for a calm yet exciting adventure, this is the game that will give you a couple of warm evenings. Mage Arena. This is one of those indie projects that feels like more than just a game. It brings back that childhood sense of wonder when a simple stick could become a legendary artifact. Here, magic isn't about flashy effects but about experimentation. You find a mushroom, open a portal, learn to turn glitches to your advantage, and suddenly you feel like a real wizard. The PvP mode makes it even more thrilling. Teams of mages and sorcerers cast spells using their voices. Fireball, freeze, magic missiles, and the battle turns into complete chaos. Sure, the graphics are modest, but the atmosphere and creativity make Mage Arena a game you can't help but fall in love with. It's a project made by people for people, and in 2025, that's something we desperately need. Revenge of the Savage Planet. This sequel to the crazy space adventure isn't about the story, it's about the sheer joy of exploration. Expect vibrant alien worlds, absurd monsters, and signature dark humor that feels like Sunset Overdrive and High on Life. You can play solo or in co-op, and boredom simply isn't an option. Many mechanics remain familiar, but new gadgets, boosts, and a smoother navigation system make planetary exploration both fun and comfortable. 15 hours fly by in no time, which is both a plus and a minus. You never get tired, but you'll want more. If you enjoy exploring, shooting, and laughing at alien nonsense, this game is a perfect pick for a shared evening. Jump Space, a fresh take on cooperative space adventures. Together with your friends, you manage your own ship, gather resources, keep the systems running, and fend off threats. It feels like a mix of Helldivers, Deep Rock Galactic, and Void Crew, but with its own unique vibe. Even in early access, there's plenty of content, from missions capturing planetary defenses to large-scale expeditions into uncharted sectors. And all of this at the price of a couple of snack packs. The developers promise tons of updates, so the sooner you jump in, the better. The only people who might get bored are those who never get past the first missions. For true explorers and team players, this is a real gem. Peak. This is a game that turns a simple climb into an endless experiment. Every day brings new procedurally generated maps, and it's this randomness that makes each run unique. One day you'll be scaling cliffs with a grappling hook, the next you'll be desperately searching for a path because the terrain is merciless. Everything matters: weather, flora, hunger, even how much gear you packed. The co-op mode adds chaos and fun. You'll argue over who carries the food and who brings the ropes, then tackle seemingly impossible peaks together. Simple in form, but endlessly variable in content, Peak is one of those games that keeps calling you back every day. Wuthering Waves. This gacha action RPG stands out with its balance. With a thoughtful approach, it doesn't demand insane spending, yet it still offers a wealth of content. Vivid in-engine cutscenes, dynamic combat, and constant events create the feeling of a living world you want to return to. There's everything here: exploring vast landscapes, mini-games like card battles, and even fishing. The soundtrack elevates the atmosphere to the point where some tracks give you goosebumps. Sure, the ecosystem can be frustrating. Farming sometimes feels like a lottery, but generous banners, regular updates, and strong quality of life features more than make up for it. If you're looking for a beautiful, rich, and event-packed gacha game, Wuthering Waves is one of the top picks of 2025. Mycopunk. This is a co-op shooter where chaos reigns everywhere. A corporation drops you onto the fungus-infected planet of New Atlas, and within a minute you're swinging on a grappling hook through mutant hordes, blasting myco-robots, and hauling an energy core back to base like a dung beetle. The local monsters aren't just enemies. They're massive war machines that can steal your loot right from under your nose. And when that happens, there's no choice but to unleash carnage. Every mission is a mix of fast-paced shooting, dark humor, and constant improvisation. In co-op, it all turns into a full-on adrenaline ride, where one moment you're saving a friend, and the next you're rolling a glowing core through a fungal swamp together. Grounded 2. This sequel takes the familiar survival formula from the backyard to the vast Brook Hollow Park of the early 90s. The world is larger and more dangerous, with new biomes, enemies, and a storyline tied to the Ominent Corporation. The core remains the same: gather resources, build a base, and explore with friends. But now you can tame rideable insects, using them for battles or faster travel. 4-player co-op is still fantastic, though early access comes with some bugs and no localization just yet. Still, the potential is enormous. Once the story and optimization are polished, Grounded 2 is set to become one of the best next-generation co-op survival games. Firefighting Simulator Ignite. This is a firefighter simulator where players step into the boots of American firefighters and take part in realistic fire rescues, using authentic equipment and vehicles from leading brands. The game supports co-op play for up to 4 players, letting you team up with friends to complete missions, as well as a single-player mode with AI-controlled partners. Built on Unreal Engine 5, it delivers advanced simulation of fire, smoke, and water, and it also includes mod support. Split Fiction, a game that impresses with its creativity from the very first minutes. 2 writers find themselves inside their own stories, and alongside them you experience dozens of mini-adventures, from taming dragons in enchanted forests to racing neon tracks against cyber ninjas. Each episode brings new mechanics and challenges, and co-op isn't just an option, it's the very foundation of the gameplay. Puzzles and trials demand synchronization, trust, and real teamwork. Gorgeous locations, stylish art, and unique bosses amplify the feeling that this is more than just a game. It's a true journey for 2. Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN. This is a reimagining of Elden Ring in a co-op Souls-like format. The atmosphere of a dark night train, constant enemy pressure, and the looming sense of danger make the game tense from start to finish. It introduces new classes, unique bosses, and even battle royale-style mechanics, with the map shrinking and forcing quick decisions. It's not a full sequel, but rather a bold experiment by From Software. Still, its hardcore nature and co-op focus are bound to excite fans of the genre. NIGHTREIGN is a challenge you can't conquer alone, making it a perfect fit for cooperative play. Shape of Dreams, a fresh step for co-op roguelikes. Here, it's not just about mashing buttons and cutting down enemies. The system of memories and essences pushes you to think about builds and discover surprising combinations. 8 unique heroes, each with their own style, plus the ability to share skills with your teammates make every run feel different. Battles are intense, bosses hit hard, but victories feel truly earned. The visuals and atmosphere resemble a carefully crafted adventure more than a standard roguelike. In co-op, this isn't just action, it's a tactical experiment that reveals new layers every time. Monster Hunter Wilds. This is still the same giant-slaying hunt that millions of fans love the series for. The world is larger and more detailed, with locations that impress even on medium settings, and the campfire atmosphere of adventure is back once again. But the focus has shifted. Instead of tracking and scouting, the game leans more into direct action and battles. The combat system has been simplified. Veterans may see it as a step back, but for newcomers it's a chance to master their weapon of choice without frustration. The story may divide opinions, but the spirit of the hunt and the variety of monsters are intact. If you want to face towering beasts, craft stylish gear, and relax with friends, Wilds delivers all of that. Warhammer: Dawn of War Definitive Edition. This is a return to a classic that many still remember with chills from its iconic intro. The remaster carefully updates graphics and the interface while keeping the spirit of the first game intact. No cartoon style, just grim Warhammer and brutal warfare. The interface and camera aren't perfect, but the gameplay is comfortable, and modders now have new opportunities thanks to the 64-bit engine. Online play is back, letting veterans rally new recruits to the battlefield. Sure, the price stings and FPS gains are minimal, but the main goal has been achieved. The legend now runs smoothly on modern systems without hassle. For those discovering Dawn of War for the first time, it will feel like a true revelation. Abyssus, a co-op roguelike shooter that takes you not into space, but into the dark depths of the ocean. Its atmosphere is a mix of brainpunk, steampunk, and Jules Verne, with monsters that feel straight out of BioShock nightmares. Runs are fast and fun, packed with weapons, mods, and rewarding meta-progression, while secrets and sea shanties in the background add extra charm. The first 10 to 15 hours deliver a constant sense of discovery. But there are drawbacks. Rooms often repeat, weapons and perks unlock too quickly, and bugs sometimes spoil the mood. There isn't content for hundreds of hours yet, but if the developers keep expanding, this could grow into a real gem. Even now, it's a fun co-op adventure with a unique setting. RoadCraft. This isn't just another SnowRunner, it's a separate game focused on construction and rebuilding. Driving heavy machinery is just as enjoyable, but the gameplay feels more casual. Infinite fuel, no breakdowns, no harsh restarts. What's new is what the genre was missing: a storyline, NPCs that bring the maps to life, and the sense that you're not just hauling cargo, but restoring an entire region after disaster. The locations are so beautiful that sometimes you'll just spin the camera to admire the landscapes. More challenge would be welcome: realistic vehicle damage, a first-person view with hands on the wheel, and NPC workers on site. But even as it is, RoadCraft is a meditative, solid game that can pull you in for dozens of hours. Nikki. This is a dress-up simulator that's grown into a full-fledged open-world adventure. The core mechanic isn't combat but fashion. Outfits and dresses grant unique abilities, letting you solve puzzles, explore environments, and even interact with adorable creatures. The atmosphere blends cozy gaming, platforming, and meditative collecting, where you can solve challenges or spend hours taking photos of your character in different styles. The visuals are some of the best in the genre. It feels like stepping into a living anime postcard. The downsides are obvious: limited launch content and slow updates. But if you're looking for a relaxing game, love beautiful worlds, and enjoy fashion-based mechanics, Nikki is ready to offer hours of joy. Sonic Racing: CrossWorlds. This is an arcade racer with portal-based tracks and the return of transforming vehicles from All-Stars Racing Transformed. The game carves out its own niche. It's not just a Sonic version of Mario Kart, but a true cross-platform project where you can race friends no matter what system they're on. Customization is extensive, the content is rich, the tracks are diverse, and the sheer speed and chaos keep you on edge at all times. There are some flaws. A few crossover characters lack voice lines, which stands out against the rest of the game's atmosphere. But overall, this is the best Sonic racing game to date and a real competitor to Mario Kart. Co-op games continue to grow, evolve, and surprise us. As different as these 20 projects may be, they share one goal: to give you and your friends an unforgettable experience. The Image Game Channel was with you. Have a nice day.